buoyant Elland Road in a fixture that brings together two of the form sides in the Premiership. Leeds fans understandably in high spirits, having seen their side win 5 on the spin. It's a journey that the Rams boss Jim Smith remembers all too well from last season. 3-0 ahead after just 30 minutes, Leeds came back to blitz 4 past them, a defeat which ultimately cost Derby a place in Europe. So Smith knows they face a tough challenge, but with the experienced Ray Harford as his new right-hand man, they go into the game on the back of 2 good wins.
We want to be as positive as we can, because that's what we've got to do. We have to win our games, you know, and having come off the back of 2 big wins in the week, you know, Liverpool and Villa at home, we tend to look at Leeds. If we get a result, it'll be a bonus for us. You know?
A look around the Derby dressing room highlights the vast international experience that Jim Smith now has in his squad. Yet he's under no illusion that the next step must be Europe.
If you're looking for top quality continental players, they're looking at your potential. Are you in Europe? Because they love being in Europe. And you know, the new stadium, as you can see now, is also an attraction so much that we've got one of the best grounds in the country, and that appeals. Good support, but the icing on the cake would be playing in Europe. That would help us to keep our players, obviously, and B, to attract better players.
With Paolo Wanchope on international duty and Dean Sturridge suspended, Smith is lucky to have Dion Burton in such great form. The manager signed him from Portsmouth as a schoolboy and then brought him to Pride Park.
He wasn't really coming through, and he went on loan to Barnsley. I think he only played 1 game and a few subs. Came back, he had his opportunity. I think he realised that, you know, he wants to be in the Premier League, and he started scoring goals. And obviously, when you've got strikers score goals, it's more confidence. And at the moment in time, he's looking really, really good player. And he's only 22 now.
But that's old compared to the young guns of Smith, Kewell, Woodgate, Hart and McPhail at Elland Road, who have helped take Leeds to the brink of a Champions League place for next season. All under the watchful eye of David O'Leary, one of the league's newest managers.
He took over a good club and a good team, and he's had his own little bit of ideas to that, and they're one of the best teams in the country, and David will find out about it all when he has his little bad time, you know. That's when you find out about it all. It's great when you're winning. It's just that little bit more difficult. That's what you're paid for when things are going wrong, to get it right quickly, you know.
So 6th met 4th as the team stepped out onto a windy Elland Road, where Derby have won only once in 23 league visits, the last back in 1974. For Leeds, the big boost, the recovery from injury of experienced skipper Lucas Radebe, but all around him, young talent. Last season in this fixture, Jonathan Woodgate was a ball boy. Now he's a first-team regular. David Batty was missing with flu, so Steve McPhail stepped into midfield. Also missing Alan Smith, suspended. Harry Kewell moving up front to partner Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. Vas Borbokis made his debut for Derby following an acrimonious departure from Sheffield United. For Derby, Dion Burton is a man in form with 6 goals in the last 8 matches. But with the shortage of regular strike partners, Burton was paired with Kevin Harper. Lee Carsley was absent from Derby's midfield, the subject of a transfer bid from Blackburn. The Derby boss Smith aiming to take a side into Europe for the first time in his long career. But O'Leary's Leeds looking to go 3rd with victory here. Your commentator, Jerry Harrison.
Well, Derby, despite their problems, have started pretty brightly. Here's Bayana to Powell, and away goes Borbokis. And referee Mike Reed points straight to the spot. Radovich's tackle on Derby's great newcomer, and I don't think there's any doubt in anybody's mind that was a little bit late, to put it kindly. A penalty in the 4th minute. Bayano against Nigel Martin. Comfortably put away. Derby County take the lead. A characteristic bit of coolness from Bayano. Jim Smith's side are ahead. Great tackle from Corsten, robbing Bayano. Still Corsten. It's a good effort and not too far away from Poom's far post, and Leeds very quickly into top gear here after that shock start. Leeds hitting a nice rhythm now, but still trailing by 1-0. This is Kuhl, back to Hopkin. Hopkin, lovely ball to Hasselbank. Pryor with him. Looking for Bowyer, a rebound off for Carbonari. Bowyer turns his man and scores. Lee Bowyer, the equaliser for Leeds, and they certainly deserve that. Well, Hopkin, a wonderful ball to Hasselbank. A difficult cross which neither Bowyer nor Carbonari could control. Bowyer reacts first, and boom, a goal. There's the rebound, and there's the equaliser. Well, Leeds running, passing and moving with the ball with great skill at the moment. Here's Hopkin. Finds Kuhl. Little touch to Hasselbank. Pass Pryor. Oh, and a great save. Leeds putting it about a bit here. And Derby's Estonian goalkeeper did really well to keep them out. Lovely back heel from the Australian. Great drive. Good save. Derby's last win here was in 1974, we're told. A perfect start today, but they've faded and can't get into the game. Here's Corsten again. Well, the Dutchman on loan from Vitesse Arnhem until the end of the season. He'd dearly like to make it a permanent move, although I don't think he could expect to score from there. Leeds knocking it around so well, looking for holes. Plenty of movement from the whole team. Derby can't really get enough possession to create any problems themselves. Hart. And Hopkin has been pulling most of the strings here in possession, looking for Hasselbank, gets a return, now looking for Kuhl, going for the return again, and the big tackle swapped the Australian, and Mike Reed's given a free kick against Carbonari. Although there's no ill feeling between the two, it looks as if he did get the ball first. It doesn't really matter because it's a free kick anyhow, and it's a chance for either Hasselbank with the right foot or Hart with the left, with Fail and Hopkin in attendance. It's Hasselbank, and he scores! Leeds are ahead for the first time, 32 minutes gone. Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank, and that's his 16th of the season. Very well hit shot. It bounced just in front of Poom, but it looked as if he saw it very late. Or was he behind the wall expecting a chip? But anyhow, it doesn't matter. It's 2-1 to Leeds United. Well, Leeds case somewhat improved here by the ankle injury to Stimac, bringing on a much less experienced defender in Steve Elliott. Hopkin for Hasselbank out there with Carbonara with him. Poke through for Corsten, tries one and scores! And Leeds are really flying here, very close to half-time, and it's 3-1. Willem Corsten surely shouldn't have been allowed to get a shot in there and score from that position. Well, Hasselbank held it up well. Corsten makes a late run, no tackles though from Derby, and they trail by 3-1. Good combination play by Leeds. Poor defending though by Derby County. Well, I don't think we could reasonably expect the second half to be quite so good as the first, and I think Leeds have taken their foot off the pedal here a bit. Long one from Hopkin. And it's dropped for Corsten. Poom covered it well. I don't think it was going in. Corsten chasing that contract. Reacted much quicker than Jakob Larsson. Hasselbank and Pryor competing there. Drops to Kuhl. Hasselbank going again. Trying the shot, and Poom saves well. Hasselbank comes alive briefly. Another good combination with Kuhl though. There's not much in this one really for Derby now, except some experience for some of their younger players. Again, Pryor and Hasselbank. But the ball's played out wide to Kuhl. Ian Hart supporting him here. Hasselbank shows himself, he wants it. But here's Hart going for it. What a strike! Ian Hart. So this is the player with only a left foot. And that was his right foot. And a cracker. And that wraps it up, 4-1. I think Hasselbank thought he was going to get the pass. Perhaps Poom thought he was too. It's near the end of the game. Still plenty of movement from the Leeds players. But Ian Hart is going alone on this one. And it's 4-1. Well, ago, Derby came here knowing that they'd never beaten Leeds home and away since the Premier League began. Not a great record, not a place to come to with injuries and suspension. This Corsten, and a tackle from Spencer Pryor was a poor one. Well, he knows he's going to get booked. Is it yellow or is it red? He's hurt. Well, Mike Reid is top of the referee's card chart, close to 100 yellow cards and 5 reds, but this is yellow only. Spencer Pryor, ex-Southend and Leicester City, had a frustrating match, but the Dutchman had got rid of the ball long before that tackle came in, and Pryor could have been sent off for that. As for Willem Corsten, his last involvement here carried off to a great ovation. Vitesse Arnhem's Dutch club are among the front runners in Holland, but this is where he wants to play. His place taken here by another Leeds youngster, Matthew Jones. Radaby, great turn, up for Jones. He looked as if he's handled it 2 or 3 times, but no whistle. Jones, a good cross to Bowyer, and that one just past the post. Good play by young Jones. A very difficult ball to hit on the volley. Poom didn't really see it. Up for Jones again, trying to find Hasselbank, doesn't make it. Picked up by McPhail. Hasselbank supporting. Coming inside Carbonari. Well, not the hardest of shots, but Poom only just kept it out. Derby look as if they're shell-shocked. The end can't really come soon enough. Nice run by Hasselbank. Not quite enough conviction in the shot, though. Corner to Leeds, their 7th, to Derby's 5th, which by no means reflects the pattern of the play here. And we're just playing out time now at Elland Road. Unless something sensational happens, Leeds are going to push up closer to a Champions League position with a well-deserved 3 points. 4-1 to Leeds United after going a goal behind early on. Well, a crowd of just short of 39,000 have seen another sparkling Leeds performance, which has brought them their 6th consecutive victory. Derby a bit unlucky, too many team selection problems, otherwise they might have made a better game of it. But Leeds still have to play Arsenal, Chelsea and Manchester United. They'll definitely have something to say about who's going to win the Premier League title.
I think now you're into the last 8 or 9 games, and it's all about getting points. All the teams are competing now for various reasons. If you can play well, score goals and get the points, that's the added bonus. But now it's about the bottom line. It's getting as much to as near as the maximum points possible. We did that today.